What's up, guys? I've got 50 hours in Enshrouded now. I've beat a lot of the quest lines. Me and my friends have over 200 hours all together on a single server, and we are ready to release our review. So this is going to be my review of Enshrouded. I'm going to show you what I love about the game, what I think the best features are, and I'm going to let you know, do I think you should buy it or not? So let's jump into it. So this is my current base right here. Let me show you where it started. As we traveled the map, we found this destroyed little village with a chapel right above an enshrouded area, and we said, you know what? Let's create a terraformed project. Let's restore this back to its original glory. So this is what we've created. A great thing about this game is everything in the game can be built, destroyed, edited, built over. Everything, because it's on the voxel system, can be destroyed. So whenever you see something in the game, unless it's a protected POI, for instance the capital city, you really can't do a lot there. Or if it's an enshrouded region, you can't build a base there, but everything else can be built over. So we've been gathering refined stone blocks, and we've been going through and completely renovating this area. For those of you who've played other building games such as 7 Days to Die, The Front, any of those survival crafters, Ark, stuff like that, one thing that's awesome about this game is no matter what you build, you can actually go in and just delete, like I'm doing, one little block at a time. You can build one block at a time, or you can go into these predetermined structures down at the bottom and build whatever you want. So it gives you an unparalleled amount of controllability when it comes to what do you want to build, what do you want to go with. And then the fact that everything in the game is built like this, wherever you go in this game, there's no locked doors. I have yet to encounter a building that I can't go in, that I can't loot, that I can't destroy. So everything in the game is interactionable, okay? And that's awesome. That's something that I love to see in these types of games because it makes the world feel more alive. Nothing ruins a game for me more than when I'm running around trying to do stuff and I'm like, oh, that's a really cool building. So guess what? I run over to it. I go to the door and the door is closed and I can't open it. There's no windows I can go through. In this game, if I can't get in a door, I can destroy that door. If the door's too strong and I can't do that, I can go find a window to get in. Maybe I can get on a mountain and jump on the top and then go in through the roof. Everything in the game you can get into. And I am still amazed, even after 50 hours, how real the game feels as I'm running around it, as I'm playing it. I constantly go, man, this is just so much that I have to explore, so much that I have to do. Like I was saying earlier, we have 200 hours in this, so we're going to talk about questing here in a bit, but just know that it's shared questing per server. So if you come join my server right now, you'll be level 1, but all the level 1 quests are done, and that can be a point of contention for some people, I understand that, but it's a very interesting fact because even with all that, I don't really feel like I'm missing out on the game. There's so much to do in this game for it to be an alpha, and it's absolutely staggering. So now let's hop into crafting and how do you actually unlock and what is the background of the game. So the background of the game is basically you are the last person of your race, your ancestors ruined the world, and now you're trying to figure out what happened. And while you do that, you have to go save people. So there are 5 crafting people you have to go save. As you save each one of this, for instance, this is the blacksmith, you get a basic amount of stuff that he can help you make, and you can, make a furnace and stuff through him. There's an apothecary person, there is a huntress, there's a farmer, and then there's also a carpenter. As you unlock them, as you save them from the shroud, you can place them at your base, and now you have to do missions for them. So these are all different quest lines, and as you do these missions, you get to make more things, better weapons, crafting materials, different types of blocks, different types of stone blocks, wood blocks, bone blocks even. And that's the basics of kind of how the game works. You're saving people and trying to understand what happened. So like a story of the rot, that is my main quest line. But right here, this is actually the alchemist quest. I have to go unlock a special glider. So these are all different things that you have to do. And let me show you the map just so you can understand how big this game really is. Because not only does the game have a massive amount of questing and it feels like there's so much to do and I'm constantly going, man, we've been at it for 200 hours, we still have things to do. The map is huge. So this is where our base is, not far from the main spawn. But now let's go to the top of the map. So this is about as far as we've been. And now if I keep going up, this is all unexplored by me. I haven't been up there. I probably can't even go up there yet because I need to upgrade the flame at my base. If we go all the way to the right, we've hit the edge of the map on the right. There's still that high upper corner. And then we've hit the edge of the map or close to it on the left. So the map is huge and there is so much for you to do. So if you're looking for a game that has an amazing building system, fully destructible, lootable environment, and has a massive quest line and crafting system, this is great for you, but let's jump into our next point. And that's going to be what we were talking about earlier, that fully lootable world. So this is the world. This next part is all at ×2 speed. You're about to see me die a couple times. We're going to get into some combat. I'm going to show you one of the random cities. So this is actually my first time going to this city. I've never been here, and I can just see it on the horizon. So you can see as we're flying in, it is a full environment, and honestly, the graphics are super nice. Here's the map. You can I'm just kind of showing you that I haven't explored this area. There is a mission down here I haven't done. And as I fly in, let's get into some of the combat. So this guy is a really difficult person. My guy is a tank. That's the build I'm going for, and I'm going to break down some of the builds here in a bit. But the reason I show you this, the reason I'm actually going to show you me dying to this, is because there is a strategy to this game. Because I flew into the center of the city, I have aggroed a bunch of enemies rather than working up from the city edge. Killing 1 or 2 enemies at a time, making my life just a little bit easier. So now what I've realized I need to do, because this is a higher level area, higher than I expected, I'm going to actually travel back home, and now I'm going to get some food that's going to help me increase my health, increase my attack damage, and do some other items like that. So right now I do have a friend on the server. This guy is actually about to come help me, but for now what I'm doing is I've increased my constitution, I've increased my ability scores, and I get health per some of those. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fast travel over, and then I'm going to glide back in and try to get my stuff back. Now, while I wait on my friend, let's go into this fully destructible environment that I was talking about. Everything is lootable, everything is playable. So right there, I'm checking the stamina usage on that bow to make sure it is in fact a short bow. So every single thing here you can destroy. I just got some scrap iron from those. You can see I can take these books, I can destroy all of that. I'm taking the books because I want to build my own library whenever we start our next building project. Our next major building project, which I'm thinking about making a series over, is we're going to recreate the Mines of Moria. If that's something you're interested in and you really love the building aspect, make sure you subscribe and then jump on over to my Discord. You can find a link to that on my YouTube homepage. Go to my Discord, shoot me a message at Off Duty Gaming, and let me know that you're interested in playing. Now, let's hop back into this review. So my buddy's coming in. So now we can actually get into some of this co-op gameplay. He's a ranger build, I'm a tank build, so together we can be pretty good. The problem is these guys out-level us a lot. So that wolf's easy, but this is one of the harder people because of the swing speed. And you can see, even though I am a tank, I can only tank so much before my stamina bar is going to go out. So this kind of goes into preparation. So I'm going to kind of grab all my stuff, and actually we're just going to kind of run away from this place, and then I'm going to fast travel when I hit to a safe spot. Alright, so I'm going to trick these guys in here. I'm not going to have a lot of time. The AI pathing in this game is very good. It's not like the front where if you run behind a tree, the AI will freak out. But now I revived them, we got out of there, lived to fight another day. Let's go into the capital city. So once again, every single thing you see, you can go to. You can see I just missed a chest right there. I'm still trying to get used to how fast my new glider is. And one thing that I really love about this game that I have to keep saying is just the fact that it's all real. There's no running into a building, a door's locked, and you're just like, okay, well that was lazy. So they put this really cool building here, but you can't even go into it. So I just unlocked a mission right there. I got the kettle, so I get to make a new item now, and that's kind of how the questing goes as well. Right behind me, this is a respawn point. I can't fast travel to it. So right now, that red tree that you saw earlier, that is an important tree. So those trees, you get a skill point whenever you clear them. So right now what I'm waiting on is my friend to get here so we can go do it together. They're generally pretty hard. Even though I out-level this area by 7 levels, I'm not going to go do it by myself. Right there, that was a new lore. That's kind of like a, lesser side quest. So like I wouldn't even say side quest, it's a below a side quest, but it just gives you some cool places on the map, shows you some of the things, and you can feel the love the developers gave this game. All of this is going to be handmade for the most part. You can't procedurally generate everything like this. So you could feel the amount of love that the developers did whenever they built this game. All the minute details they did, all the building, all the going in and creating each single house. So there we go. So that's destroyed, and now we have this massive battle. So I'm going to go into skill trees here in a bit, but I am a full tank line build. So there's a couple important things that the tank line gives me. For instance, whenever they block and I hit their block, if I break their stamina bar, that white bar at the bottom, it stuns them. Because I have it maxed out, I do a lot of stun damage, and these guys are lower. So for me, this is actually pretty easy. There is back damage, so if you hit them in the back, you get flanking damage. So you can see my archer friend up above firing. I'm trying to position this guy to where he can hit him in the back. So there we go. So now we have all the loot that we could want from this, and that is how a little bit of the combat works. And it's another review point because the combat of the game is a lot of fun. I enjoy the combat. It feels realistic. It feels real. In other games, you can cheese the AI of any single level, regardless of what the level of that AI is. There's always a way to like trick them, right? To make it to where you can kill them no matter what. Take for instance in the front, if you just jump on a rock, a wolf can't attack you and you can just shoot arrows until the wolf dies or use your gun until the wolf dies. You can't really do that on this game, with the exception of if there is no way to get there without destruction. So like for instance 7 Days to Die, if you're behind a wall, the AI will just attack the wall until it breaks, right? And they'll get to you. They will destroy the wall. Think about the Horde Knights on 7 Days to Die, right? Well, that's not how it works on this game. On this game, they won't destroy structures. So if there is no way for them to get to you, that's about the only way that I've seen that you can just sit there and attack the AI without them attacking back. Next, we're going to talk about what builds can you do. So if you hit H once you're in the game, you can take a look at all these different items. So there's a lot to do here. You can be any of these right here. You can be the mages on the blue side. You can go for the red, the more melee characters, or you can go for the green. So this is the tank build. It's what I primarily do. You can see I put a lot of points into it. Down here you have the warrior. This is going to be kind of like your one-handed general damage person. You have the barbarian that's going to be up above. We're going to transition to that here in a second. Down on the warrior, you're going to get a lot of your constitution, getting an extra 5% damage. The barbarian is going to be your two-handed weapon person. The athlete is going to be a little bit more of crazy idea. It's going to be your athlete, right? You jump around a little bit more, have a little bit more mobility, but it's still a really fun build. Overall, I would say the most broken build I've seen so far is somebody in the mage tree that does the healer and also the damage. Those two mage lines, just the general wizard and the healer, they can do so much damage, and the healer can do passive healing, which is massive. Having passive healing, healing everybody around you. Whenever we have our full squad on and we have 4 healers, you're healing almost 100 points per second. But the mages can still do a massive amount of damage, so they're really more of like the cleric from D&D, where they deal damage while also healing. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the review. If you did enjoy the review, hit that subscribe button. Let me know in the comments what you're thinking about the game. What do you like? What do you dislike? What class are you thinking of doing, or what class are you already playing? And then make sure you hit me up in Discord and let me know if you want to join our building team for whenever we start our Mines of Moria project. And a special shout out to my supporters. Thank you for supporting me through that YouTube program. And then the link for that is actually going to be in the bottom of the description. Alright guys, from Off Duty Gaming, thank you for stopping by. Have a good one.